Well, a very good afternoon to you from the Garden City, Ototahi, Christchurch, as the Canterbury Rams get set to take on the Manawatu Jets from the cauldron, the smoky cauldron that is Cowes Stadium in Christchurch. Kia ora, a very good evening to you. Hugh Baden here alongside Tall Blacks great Phil Jones. And Phil, we quick red eye this morning after the Giants win over last night over the Wellington Saints, and the games just keep coming thick and fast with another one to come later tonight. This one, we've seen anyone can beat anyone. This is a real banana skin potential for the Canterbury Rams.
Yeah, kia ora, Hugh. I think it's going to be a real tough one for the Rams if they don't get on top of these guys early. And Manawatu have shown that ability to come back into the games, and once they get confidence, they're a really tough side to put away. So I think the Rams will have to do their work early tonight.
Some new faces out there for the Canterbury Rams as well tonight. Well, one in particular, with one coming the next time. You see the Jets warming up on your screen. We may have a chance to look at the NZNBL ladder so far, with just a few games to go in round 8. And there it is. So the Nelson Giants with that win last night over the Saints, improving to 6-3, knocking on the door on the top of the ladder with the Auckland Tuatara sit with the Otago Nuggets just behind them. The Canterbury Rams can leapfrog into second place with a win today, and they'll join the Nuggets, with which they enjoy the better head-to-head at the moment. And head-to-head is a term you're going to hear a lot going down the stretch of this season. I think the Manawatu Jets 2-6 with those 2 wins have come in their last 3 games since the cavalry has arrived, and things just settle in and bed in for the Manawatu Jets so far this season, Phil.
Yeah, they're definitely taking a while to get their roster together, but talking to Natu Taufale, their coach, pre-game, and he said they're starting to show more confidence and feeling more comfortable with each other on the court.
We'll have a look at the games still to come in round 8. Hawke's Bay Hawks right after this one, live on Sky, and of course free to air on Prime. We'll take on the Taranaki Airs. Tough day for the Airs so far. Flight cancelled. Well, got all the way to Napier and then turned around due to fog in the bay, so jumped in 4 rental cars and drove down there. So we'll see how they bounce back and if they can take the court and get a win against the Hawks at PGA in Napier. The Southland Sharks take on the Manawatu Jets tomorrow. That one at 5 o'clock after the Franklin Bulls take on the Wellington Saints. And Corey Webster led Franklin Bulls taking on the Wellington Saints, his former team. A real treat in store for us with that one. But to this one, and the Rams taking on the Jets. We can take a look at the starting 5 for the Manawatu Jets. Rob Crawford, what a difference he's made since joining the green and whites. Paif Momoisia in the backcourt with him. Klein Salmon on the wing. Zayn Majdawi and Big John Bohannon. Rebound vacuum in the 5 spot. Let's hear from head coach of the Manawatu Jets, Natu Taufale.
And Natu up against the Rams tonight, obviously coming off the back of 2 wins. You guys seem to be improving every game. How are the guys feeling for this one?
Yeah, they're feeling up for it. They're feeling confident. Again, we're all about, won a couple of games. You're only as good as your last game. So this week it was all about building towards a doubleheader this weekend. Firstly with the one against the Rams, and they've got an indifferent team today. So there's some unknowns with some of the guys. One of the guys they've got in a new import. So we've got to sort of negate that and navigate that. And we don't have too much information on him. But however, we just focused on what we have to do.
And the Rams do present a bit of a problem, especially in the front court with their, or the back court, with their pressure defence. Have you been working on that this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. The first round they caused us havoc, really, both on the offensive end and the defensive end. So they're elite guards. It's a challenge for our young guys, but we feel like if we can control what we can do better, we hope we've worked on those things over the last 5 weeks. Then we can compete with them for the majority of the game.
Good luck for the game. Cheers.
For the Canterbury Rams, let's have a look at their starting 5 tonight. Taylor Brett, Sunday Dash, Walter Brown elevated into the starting 5 alongside Max Darling and Mike Karina. And Matt Moya on the left of your screen, the long, athletic young man, will see make his debut from the bench, the new Canterbury Rams import. Let's hear from head coach Judd Flavel.
Judd, we got Manawatu rolling into town tonight. Obviously, they're off the back of 2 wins, feeling pretty confident. a couple of decent Americans. What sort of plans you got for those guys tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they've been improving every week, and you could see it. And I think they matched up really well with the Tuatara as well. But look, I mean, this competition, I've said it a few times recently, in recent times, but yeah, like any team can get up on their night. They're going to get over the line. And the way we want to match up, obviously, is, well, we want to play on our terms. We're a bit small in the guards to see if we can get up the floor and disrupt in the backcourt.
I understand you've got a special shout-out for somebody tonight.
Yeah, Lord, happy birthday to J-Boy, Jalen, my son, 18th birthday tomorrow. But have a good one, mate. I'll talk to you later on.
Hey, all the best for the game. Cheers.
Yes, happy birthday to the younger Jay Flavel. His dad would really like to deliver a win for him on the eve of his 18th birthday. Would really like one in Cal Stadium as well after a pretty underwhelming effort last week, Phil, against the Franklin Bulls.
Yeah, it wasn't the Rams' best effort by any means, and I'm sure they've worked all week this week in regards to their intensity and also their offensive execution. Offensively, they really struggled to execute and get anything out of their offensive sets. Also, not easy adding in a new import into the mix and trying to get them up to speed. And nice to see Walter Brown out there. He seems to bring intensity to the group, and it'll be good to see him having a real good chance.
Certainly is. Bouncy Brown. You'll see him in action, starting five as the Rams get ready to take the court. The Jets are waiting for them. The referee, Melanie O'Connor, crew chief for tonight, alongside Sam Pan and Brad Clive. The referee certainly notching up the air points in 2022. There's a fair few postponements and changes in the last minute due to COVID and other such things. So a big thank you to all our referees around the league.
And it is quite loud in here at the moment with this music playing. That's one thing I've noticed traveling down here is the crowds have been great and they love it. Christchurch people come out and support the Rams. It's really good to see.
And they'll be supporting them in this one as Mike Kadina and John Bohannon get the game underway. There's Robert Crawford who finds Pace Momoisia, and the Jets will get it started here. Momoisia into the lane, the former Otago Nugget. Zayn Nejdawi out to Bohannon. Unleashes from three-point land. Rebounded by Nejdawi. Crawford has to shoot a contested three over Taylor Brett. He'll box out a rebound from Sunday Ditch.
Yeah, two good positions for the Rams on defense here. Giving up an offensive board they won't be happy with, but forcing the Jets into two tough shots.
Max Darling, the Rams like to go to him early, and here he is going up against Nejdawi. The baby hook doesn't go, but he gets the rebound. Taylor Brett down the lane, like Karina with a floater.
A soft touch by the big man, just Bohannon coming across to try and block that, and he just throws it up over his hand.
And a loud cheer as the first bucket goes in for the Canterbury Rams in this one. Crawford, step back, and he gets it to go from mid-range, so Robert Crawford will enjoy seeing that one go in early.
Yeah, and he's showing in this league that he is a scorer, and once he gets going, he's very streaky. He can be quite tough to stop.
Averaging 17 points a game as Darling hands it off to his fellow big man. And Mike Kadina as baby hook goes. Back-to-back buckets for Big Mike.
Yeah, good to see Mike getting going early. In previous games, he's hasn't been as much of a target, but obviously with the imports out, he'll be a guy they'll be looking to early.
Nejdawi going to work on Darling and carry the call, so a loud cheer from the Canterbury bench.
Yeah, and the bench is definitely into it, and I think that's probably all part of that intensity that the Rams have to bring to the game. Something that they were lacking a little bit last weekend against the Bulls.
Well, they farewelled Ryan Taylor in the week, who was a popular member of the team. not quite working on the court, so here comes Matt Moyer. Oh, big block for John Bohannon. The long arms of the Jets import. Crawford again from mid-range. This time it doesn't go. Good hand from Taylor Britt. Ditch around a big Karina screen. His three off the back iron, rebounded by Bohannon, who's averaging 14.5 rebounds a game, Phil. Oh, almost a turnover. A little two flash, potentially. There will be Jets ball.
And that's what Walter Brown brings to the game for the Rams, is his intensity and hustle, and just being disruptive on defense. So he's had a pretty good start here.
Bohannon missed his first, makes his second.
And Mike Karina not even trying to come out and guard that. Obviously, they probably feel that they'd like to see Bohannon take that shot rather than get anywhere near the hoop.
Here's Taylor Britt going to work on Klein Salmon and earning a foul.
See a little bit of confusion here. The ball needs to be taken out from the baseline.
Britt finds Sunday there. It's a big screen
and
from Mike Karina.
Mike Karina has had two massive screens in the last two attempts at screening people.
Here he is with the ball in his hand. Goes to work on Bohannon. A running hook this time from Mike. Back-to-back buckets from Mike Karina. And all with a different post move.
The crowd is just erupting every time Karina scores.
Crawford finds Salmon, just had to regather. Najdawi down the lane. Darling does very well.
Najdawi just disrupts, and
Momoisia gets it to go.
Yeah, nice hustle by Najdawi there to get back in the play and create another turnover and get an opportunity to score.
Offensive foul, Max Darling. Illegal screen.
And Max Darling just chucked Najdawi to the ground.
Come to play tonight, haven't they, the Canterbury Rams and the Canterbury Rams crowd. They're still down by one as the Jets are just quietly going about their business amid all the chaos. And here we go, our first look on the court of number 15 for the Rams, Matt Moyer. Fresh out of playing for Karlsruhe in the German Pro A competition. Was at Vanderbilt University before transferring to Syracuse, so some pretty good programs to play your basketball at. Oh, and the first thing he does is connect with an elbow from Zayn Najdawi.
I think he may have been called for the foul. Initial contact from him, and then Najdawi just said, how's your father? And tapped him with his elbow.
The foul is called on Matt Moyer.
It's always one of those things we talk about as the potential of foul trouble for the imports in this league. Just having to adjust to the style of play.
Crawford finds Bohannon. 6 on the shot clock. Najdawi from the free throw line. Oh, there's Bohannon showing his height, his athleticism. And one. He'll go to the line for one more.
Just standing there in the middle of the key looking at all the short guys around him going, what are you doing jumping? Why? Why are you jumping? And Najdawi had a very strange rotation on his shot when he shot that last one. Yeah.
Bohannon can't get it to go. Shane Temara into the game and comes down with the first rebound of the night for him. Najdawi going at Moyer. Who's that come off? Off the Rams, I should say. Taylor Britt poking it out of bounds. So Jets ball.
And at the moment, Manawatu are just outworking the Rams, out hustling them on the rebounds, and there's too many second possessions for them.
And another and one, this time Paith Momoisia.
Just an easy lob play to Bohannon. and he just out-jumped Mike Karina and just drops it in the hoop. And one, another chance to convert on a three-point play.
And Matt Moyer's been taken back to the bench already after a couple of defensive possessions. As Mahannon's free throw goes.
It's always a tough situation for imports coming into the league when they haven't been here for very long.
A great defense from Robert Crawford, making Taylor Britt's life hard and forcing a turnover. Nejdawi, young Hunter Adam on him. Spins baseline, and Zayn Nejdawi with a smart move.
Yeah, good patience by Nejdawi, and once he got that drop step on Hunter Adam, there was nothing he could do about it.
Taylor Britt down the lane, everything but the finish. Gets his own rebound though. Here's Hunter Adam looking aggressive, looking to drop it off. Bohannon though, in the way. Another turnover from the Rams. Nejdawi spinning Sunday Detch with some great help defense. Jump ball to call, and it will be Rams possession. For Melanie O'Connor, just having to tell Joe Cook Green and the Canterbury Rams bench mob, we'll just settle down a bit.
Yeah.
As we have our first time out of the contest. Electrifying contest so far. The Manawatu Jets are not being fazed by the intensity inside Cowes Arena, or the intensity being brought by the Canterbury Rams.
No, and I think Manawatu have really done a good job on keeping the Rams out of their offensive sets, and anything that's going to the basket, Bohannon's changing shots and then just mopping up the boards. And then on the offensive end, the Manawatu Jets are just getting every offensive rebound available, and the Rams need to take care of that. Otherwise, it's going to be another long night for them.
The crowd getting excited as Rambo fires out some T-shirts.
It would be quite interesting to see whether Judd would be, Coach Judd Clavel would be open to maybe giving Josh Booker a run out on the court. Just a shooter that could potentially stretch the floor a little bit and give the Rams more of a look from the outside. That could just change up things offensively for them. Josh is really known as a scorer, and particularly in the club grades here, but given an opportunity, I'm sure that he could do the same on an NBL floor.
Only played a handful of minutes so far in 2022. A younger brother, Nick Foot. Oh, another steal, Crawford from Taylor Britt. We'll just slow things down, well, the Jets' American point guard. Bohannon. Here's Nejdawi. Up with the hook shot, doesn't go. Gets his own rebound though, and puts it straight back in. Zayn Nejdawi following his shot.
And that's John Bohannon just getting a hand on it, tipping it to Nejdawi. Those two are proving to be a real handful at the moment for the Rams.
Ditch. Wide open for three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded Nejdawi. Oh, John Bohannon almost broke his own ankles with his crossover. Then throws a turnover. Here's Sunday Ditch. Lays it down with one hand.
Yeah, athletic play by Sunday Ditch.
Ditch stealing the ball for Amasili. Oh, John Bohannon using those long arms of his. It's all happening out there. Taylor Britt hit the deck as well. Nejdawi looking to silence the crowd. Can't get it to go. Britt with the board.
Yeah, nice box out by Walter Brown on the weak side. And the Rams won't mind that from Nejdawi.
Nice two-man ball from Sunday Ditch and Mike Karina. And Mike Karina has scored 8 of the 10 points for the Canterbury Rams. Oh, Robert Crawford, that is an offensive foul.
And Robert Crawford has extremely long arms.
He does.
And Taylor Britt's finding that out on the offensive end, and Crawford's got a couple of tips. And he takes a break. There's a bit of a rest, and see Cooper step into the game.
So Tukaha Cooper, a new matchup tonight against Joe Cook-Green, also into the game. Back from injury is Joe.
And I like this from the Rams, going straight back to the well.
And another hook shot from Mike Karina. A little baby hook from Big Mike. Shane Temara going to work. Aidan Tong does well to come and help out.
A swarming defense by the Rams.
Ditch. Cook-Green steps into a three. Joe Cook-Green from beyond the arc. Tukaha Cooper under duress from Cook-Green, so finds Bohannon. The Rams fans bellowing defense at their teams. Bohannon down low. For Amasili for three. Bohannon goes and gets the board. Temara squeezes through the defense. Basket will count, to the line he goes.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Judge Flavel just asking the question. But he definitely stepped through the gap. Temara stepped through the gap, got contact, picked the ball up, and finished off to the Razine foul line.
Averaging 18.7 points so far in 2022 is Shane Temara, fresh off a stint in Norway and returning to the Jets.
And he's got a real ability to stretch the floor and shoot the ball from the three-point line, and couldn't convert on the three-point play, but also showing his versatility and being able to get to the basket as well.
Ditch around the Tong screen. Cook-Green, tough shot. He'll come down with a rebound through Aidan Tong. Cook-Green from in front of the Jets bench doesn't go. Tong with another offensive board. Ditch hesitation, tough finish. Sunday Ditch
throws his hands up, asking, "Where's the foul?"
Almost gets a steal.
May have got away with the travel.
Isaac Falamasili under duress from Sunday Ditch and the Canterbury Rams crowd.
Yes.
This is one of the more hostile atmospheres I've seen so far in 2022, Phil, and we've seen some fantastic crowds everywhere we've been. They are not making life easy for the Jets.
No, and a lot of the noise is coming from the Canterbury bench, which is, I think, is firing up the crowd as well.
The Jets in the bonus, and Isaac Fa'amasili makes the first. And the second.
Fa'amasili will be happy to see those two free throws go down. Just a little bit of a settler for him.
20 points to 17. A 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. Cook-Green, that's a tough shot and a tough finish for Joe Cook-Green.
Wow, that is a tough finish over some long arms.
2 seconds to go, so Tukaha Cooper puts one up from halfway, and what a energy-filled, frenetic first quarter of basketball here at Cal Stadium. The Manawatu Jets lead by one amid the chaos, 20 points to 19. Second quarter coming up after the break. Microphone's doing the same job it does all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we don't hear each other every now and then, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
We don't want to be going.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going. I feel like I've got to speak loud enough so you can hear me.
I know. My throat's like, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
You know we're not 100%.
Definitely going to need a Guinness.
Mel. Here come the Rams through Joe Cook Green. Sam Smith spinning in the lane. Off the back iron, rebounded by Crawford. And Phil, what do you reckon the message would have been at quarter time from Coach Judd Flavel?
Well, I think he would have been happy with the intensity, but just allowing Manawatu too many second opportunities through offensive rebounds. Offense is going pretty good for them. Just got to clean up the defensive boards, and I think they'll be okay for the game.
Joe Cook Green gets a little bit of space, but can't get it to go. Aiden Tong is working hard on the offensive boards. That's his third. Temara brings that one in for the Jets.
Yeah, Aiden Tong has had an impact coming into the game early.
Crawford. Back to Temara. History goes, St. Temara.
And that's what he can do. Give him an open look, and he can knock him down.
Darling fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
And I like Max Darling in the post. You know, he's a strong boy, and he can create room for himself. He's a good athlete and create space for his shot. Not quite converting that one, but he'll off to the Razine foul line for 2 free throws.
Averaging 12 and 5. There's Maps since his return from Romania.
I remember him as a young schoolboy back in Nelson, and 14 years old, 2 hands, dunking it straight vertical off the floor.
Wow.
Incredible athlete.
Momoisia brings the ball up for the Jets.
Now, Aiden Tong doing a really good job defensively.
Najdawi. Tong staying in front of him, committing a foul.
I like it from Tong. He's really got some intent on the defensive end.
Down it goes. Tukaha Cooper from the corner, right in front of the Rams bench. And the Jets stretch their lead to 5. Sunday Detch brings it back to 2.
Yeah, Sunday Detch, you give him too much room, he can get going and he can knock that 3 ball down.
Temara puts the ball on the floor. Tong stops him going down the lane, but the step back 2 is, I think, a beauty from Shane Temara. No hesitation from Joe Cook-Green. He's fouled, he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice little hesitation from Joe Cook-Green there, and just drawing the contact from Cooper. Gets himself to the foul line.
Aiden Tong gets a warm round of applause as he makes his way to the bench via his coach. As Joe Cook-Green is at the Racine foul line.
And talking to court controller here, Michael Barnett, about Aiden Tong last weekend when we were down here, and he said in the club scene here, he's a brute of a man. Just plays bully ball with all the other players on the court.
Bit of pressure from the Rams. The Jets have to get over halfway, they do. Robert Crawford pings it over to Temara. Steps into a 3. Shane Temara over the outstretched arm of Max Darling. And a foul off the ball.
I didn't quite see that, what happened
Sam
there.
Smith called for a push off the ball. So the Jets get the 3 points and possession back.
And Temara is just having his way offensively at the moment.
Ten points already for Shane. Bounce pass. Down it goes, Klein Salmon. The Jets dialed in tonight. Joe Cook-Green looking to go coast to coast. Good defense from Cooper. Here is the Northlander, Tukaha Cooper. Dropping it into Zayn Najdawi. Cooper, aggressive drive on Sunday Detch, gets his own rebound. Crawford, a deep 3, tickle to Twine. Timeout, Canterbury Rams.
And I think
the Jets are flying here in Christchurch tonight.
Those last 3 or 4 3-pointers the Jets have put up have touched nothing but the bottom of the net. They are feeling good right now.
37-26.
What a good thing a couple of wins can do for you, eh?
Well, all season at risk of jinxing tonight's game, but whatever the result tonight, you've got to take your hat off to Ngāti Taufele. He's gone in with an almost brand new squad, new owners. 8 years since he last coached on the court. He's been in an administrative role with Basketball New Zealand, and now he's got this young Jet side. Yep, they started 0-5, but they stayed together, they stay cohesive, they improved every week. And then when the imports arrived, 2 wins in 3 and a strong start here tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with them. And he spoke to him before the game. He's happy where they're at. The cohesion between the players and the confidence in each other is growing with every game, and you're seeing that out on the court now. They're no longer a team that you'd potentially show up to and go, well, we should beat these guys. They're coming out every game, they're competitive, and they're winning. And that's changing the whole complexion of the Sal's NBL. The ladder is just non-stop changing all the time after every game.
When these new owners took over the Jets, it was, they put at the bottom of their priority list winning. It was about changing the off-court culture, rebuilding, building some youth, and they knew that winning would be a byproduct of those things.
Yeah, and you need to set the foundations before you get too far ahead of yourself. But you know, sometimes things can expedite the process, and having the right people around you can make that happen quicker.
Here's Walter Brown turning the corner, down the lane, tucks it under his arm, blocked by Temara. Flying Salmon will bring it the other way for the Jets. They lead by 11. Crawford trying to fashion a bit of space. Turnaround jumper, tough one. On this Darwi, almost had it, but knocked it out of bounds. And Robert Crawford puts a mea culpa hand up to his coach. He says that probably wasn't the play you wanted to see there, coach. Won't happen again.
He did just hit a three-pointer from about 2 metres out. This probably call that a heat check.
Karina hands it off to Detch. There's Darling down low. Kisses it off the glass.
Good job of getting 2 feet into the paint and just elevates, and nice easy basket.
Crawford curling around the screen. 5 on the shot clock. Just a slight miscommunication from Salmon and Cooper. As Bohannon checks back into the game for the property brokers, Manawatu Jets.
Yeah, just watching Sunday Ditch and defense on that possession, it makes me so glad I'm not playing anymore. He is just a pest on defense.
Taylor Brett just given a bit of space there in the 2-point land and then takes full advantage of it.
Nice soft touch by Taylor Britt.
Crawford backs down Brett. Karina comes to help. 4 on the shot clock. Crawford's going to have to put this up into the lane. And he gets it off the glass. Smart finish, Robert Crawford.
Yeah, Manawatu are doing a good job of moving the basketball and you know, just coming out with open looks right at the end of possessions of plays.
Karina can't get his one to go. A little bit of frustration from Karina as he gets back on defense. There's Darwi. Max Darling on him. Spinning. He bumped by Darling. Bohannon comes down with it. And that pass just a little wayward. Salmon did well, but couldn't get it back to a teammate. As Taylor Brett charges down the lane. Timeout, Manawatu Jets. The Rams just picking up a little bit of momentum, forcing a few turnovers, and they still trail by 7, 39-32.
Yeah, I think Nawaji found it a little bit hard trying to post up against Max Darling there. You know, Max is a big, strong lad, and you're not going to move him easily off the block, and created a turnover there out of the post. You just see Coach Judd Flavel there having a chat to Max Darling about probably about his positioning on defense and where he needs to get to on offense. Good timeout by Natu Tafali here, just seeing the Rams gathering a bit of momentum. A couple of stops and scores. Talk about what they need to do to slow them down and get back to that scoring mentality again.
So the Jets and the Rams both shooting 50% from the field. As you can see on your screen.
The Jets will be shooting it well from 3, I'd imagine.
46% from 3, 28 for the Rams.
Anything up around 50% from the 3-point line is considered very good in the context of a game.
Back underway, 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Pace more here. Immediately under pressure from the Rams defense. Crawford.
And the Rams just drop back into a 2-3 zone.
Lishdawi. Bohannon, surrounded by Rams, just reaches up and taps it in. Robert Crawford just caught reaching there. Got a fair chunk of the ball. Also a fair chunk of Taylor Brett.
A little hand in the cookie jar moment.
Second foul on Crawford. Brett for three. A little short. Temara with a rebound. Bohannon brings it up. I've got to say, absolute props to John Bohannon for the green shoes. Another player who matches his shoes with his uniform. Here's Temara.
Got full buy into the team concept. And Sunday Jets just lockdown defense.
Jump ball cool. The Rams possession.
Sunday Jets is tough guy to get past. They're trying to penetrate on him.
See here on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. We're back underway here with Taylor Brett. Oh, offensive foul call, Max Darling.
Max Darling just setting the on-ball and then diving to the basket. So he got picked up there for just taking Salmon down to the hoop with him.
Sunday Ditch averaging 3 steals a game. Joint second in the league, alongside Todd Withers, behind Jared West. Shane Temara hits another 3.
He's not the guy that the Rams want to be leaving open.
13 points for Temara now. Detch finishing through the contact.
Tough finish by Detch with the basket.
10-point lead for the Jets. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, Temara telegraphed that pass, and Taylor Brett intercepted. Darling down low. Bohannon in there as well. Darling again going up, surrounded by Jets. A fleet of them, and he finally gets it to go.
Yeah, great job by Darling, just staying with it. Little Casey Frank's stick-to-itiveness. They're coming up with the 2 points. I think they may be talking about that Temara last 3-point shot that Temara made.
It's an aspect of Judd Flavel's coaching I enjoy watching. Whenever a player comes off the court, there's a stop and a chat, and normally the expressions and the gestures you can see, you know what they're talking about just watching. It's always very interesting to see.
Always in teaching mode.
A very successful career as an assistant coach in the Australian NBL, awaiting that chance to make the step up. Long-time assistant coach of the Breakers, won multiple championships, set up their academy and ran it, and provided the future for the Breakers that led to more success, and then went over to South East Melbourne, did very well with them too.
The interesting thing is we haven't seen Moya come back out in the game, so I know that he hasn't been in town long and probably is not really up to speed with what the Rams are doing both offensively and defensively, and potentially Judd's decided that he won't play him for the rest of the game.
He played 35 seconds, picked up 2 fouls. So we'll see. Another import as well. Oh, as we see Shane Temara's 3 not go. Oh, John Bohannon! Why not? Two-handed flush put back from John Bohannon. Jets looking to reply the other end, can't get it to go. Nishdawi having to fight with Bohannon for the rebound.
And every shot for the Rams at the moment is just tough. Contested shots at the basket, from mid-range, from three.
Momosia fires it over. Temara just keeps it in bounds. Nishdawi, there's a mismatch down low. Walter Brown up with the baby hook. Doesn't go. Tong with the board. We might see that John Bohannon dunk on the NBL top 5 come Monday on social media, perhaps alongside Xavier Cook's improvised alley oop as Taylor Britt will head to the receiving foul line for an N1 opportunity.
There have been some real highlights in the Sal's NBL this year, and one that really stands out to me was Chris Johnson's dunk.
Yes.
That was a highlight of all highlights, I would say, for the season.
We wish Chris Johnson the best as he heads over to the States to play in the Big Three. Hope to see him back in the Sal's NBL. We know he loves it here. .35 seconds to go. Foul down low on Tong.
Not a bad foul by Tong, though. Slows the Jets down.
So Bohannon to the line. That hit about every bit of the rim. It didn't drop for Bohannon as he looks to add to his 12 points, 7 rebounds.
He misses both. Crowd's very happy about that.
So Taylor Britt assesses the options for the Canterbury Rams. Got a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Kalina scampers out to set a screen. Britt high off the glass, doesn't go. Kalina works hard to get it back. Walter Brown probably had a little bit more time. Well, that'll do for half time anyway. 46-39 on the back of a 46% three-point field goal percentage in the first half. The Jets race to a 7-point lead against this Canterbury Rams side in a loud Cal Stadium. And Phil, it's not a surprise because, as we've discussed several times over the past few weeks, that any team can beat anyone, and we're seeing that every game. But this Manawatu Jets side are just rolling at the moment.
Yeah, they're coming in obviously off the back of 2 wins and feeling confident about themselves and their ability and the way they've been playing, and it's showing tonight on the floor. And they're playing well together. You know, they're sharing the basketball. Everyone's getting good looks, and you know, they're playing a really nice style of team basketball, and defensively they're tough. They're making it hard for the Rams to score, and you know, I'm sure that will be something that Coach Joe Flever will be talking about at halftime.
As the halftime entertainment gets underway here at Cal Stadium, we'll take a break and we'll be back with some stats and analysis here on Sky Sport. provide some halftime entertainment from Heathcote Valley School. The Jets provided most of the entertainment in the first half through John Bohannon and Shane Temara, and they lead 46-39. Hugh Baden here alongside Phil Jones as the crowd enjoy half-time. We can have a look at some of the stats from the first half. See Sunday Netch, we talked about his defence.
Yeah, he's been pretty tough defensively for the Jets to handle it, getting some steals.
And the big men providing the lion's share of the points so far. Karina, Temara and Bohannon.
And Bohannon featuring both in scoring and rebounds as he does game in, game out.
And John Bohannon has got his fingerprints all over this game. He's an interesting character to watch play. He plays at very much his own speed.
Yeah, he looks very relaxed when he's playing. But obviously, when he decides to turn things on and get after it, he makes things happen. And he's had a really strong first half for the Jets.
Well, Rambo getting into the hoedown vibe here at Cal Stadium. So plenty to talk about for these young men here. We see Matt Moyer there, middle of your screen alongside Sunday Netch. Just 35 seconds for the new import, couple of fouls. Judd Flavel with his ever calm presence, just talking to his side.
Yeah, you look at some of the faces of the Rams, they're looking a little bit dejected, but they've weathered the storm of a Jets team that's playing quite well, and I don't think really the Rams have hit their stride yet. They come out in the second half and throw their punches and see how they go and get the Jets on the ropes and see what they can do in regards to trying to create a bit of a lead for themselves and a bit more momentum.
Statistically, it's relatively even, Phil. The only real discrepancy is from three-point land, where the Jets are 7 for 15 and the Rams are 2 for 8. And that's essentially the difference in the score as well.
Yeah, and I think I touched on it earlier. There's someone like Josh Book, who's known for his ability to shoot the ball. Could be a welcome addition to the Rams lineup in the second half.
Farewelled their primary three-point shooter in Ryan Taylor this last week, and of course waiting to see a little bit more of Matt Moyer, and another import as well, who is to be announced and will suit up once he has received the appropriate clearances from FIBA, so expect to see him next week. But for now, it's the Jets who are back out on the court first ahead of this third quarter, so we'll take a break. And when we get back, the third quarter between the Canterbury Rams and the Manawatu Jets. The Jets lead 46-39. See you soon. Good defense, eh? The rotations are great. There's no wide open shot. I mean, obviously there's not many shooters.
Sounds like we're yelling.
Tell her, our headphones don't work, we can't hear each other. Welcome back to Cowles Stadium, where the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams crowd are willing their team on in this battle with the Manawatu Jets. But right now it's the Jets that are enjoying the lion's share of possession and points, and they lead 46-39. And it would have been the happier locker room at half-time. Hugh Baden here alongside Phil Jones. We've spoken plenty, Phil, about what the Rams need to do, but what about those Jets?
Oh, I think they just need to keep it much the same, really. They've had really good intent on offense and managed to move the ball well and found the open shooters, and they've made some shots, which always helps. And like you said earlier, they've shot the ball from the three-point line very well. Defensively, they're disruptive. They're hard to shoot over because Bohannon's tall and long and good at changing shots. So I think just continue the way they're playing and keep up the intensity, handle the pressure, and they're handling the pressure from the Rams guards very well, not turning the ball over, so that's keeping them in the game.
The Jets back in action tomorrow in the deep south. They head to Invercargill in the morning and take on the Sharks at 5 o'clock, after the Franklin Bulls take on the Wellington Saints. And of course, after this one tonight at 7:30, Hawke's Bay Hawks taking on the Taranaki Airs from Napier. Well, if you just joined us, I'll retell you that the Airs had their flight turned around on the way to Napier today from Auckland, so they had to jump in 3 rental cars, 12 of them in 3 cars, and one of those people being Perry Cameron. Can't say it would have been the most comfortable of drives.
I'm sure he was in the front seat.
I'm sure he was. Or lying across the back having a kip.
Yeah, it's one of those uncontrollables is the weather, right? And when things don't go right, you've got to do other things to make sure the games go ahead.
We're back underway here, and the Jets have possession through Paith Momoisia. Bohannon going to work down low on Darling, fires it back out to Klein Salmon. Baseline spin, lovely finish. John Bohannon putting on a show tonight, 14 points, 7 rebounds. Taylor Brett turning the corner high up the grass. Bohannon did well to come over and just affect that shot. We go back to Bohannon, a little bit further away from the basket this time. So he pops it across to Najdawi, runs into the brick wall that is Mike Kinney now, but the jump hook drops for Najdawi.
And 2 pretty easy baskets for the Jets straight out of half time.
Walter Brown, crossover, fouled.
Gets himself to the Racine foul line.
Foul on Klein Salmon. His brother Nathaniel is not in action today. Promising young family. Might have potted to it. Has been involved in age grade basketball as well.
Walter Brown makes the first.
Pressure from the Rams. It doesn't affect Big John Bohannon. Oh, Walter Brown, who did the first part brilliantly.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to land out of bounds, so he just tried to throw it back to Taylor Britt. I've been really impressed with Walter Brown, the minutes that he's got when we've been down here commentating the Rams games, and he's definitely going to be a player for the future of the Rams.
Sunday Ditch getting his foot in the way of that one, so Crawford will go again. Bohannon averaging just 2 3-point attempts a game. Oh, Mike Karina with point guard like agility. It will be Jets ball. Well, John Bohannon, Phil, just averaging 2 3-point attempts a game. Took them both, I think, within the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, and hasn't even looked at one since. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
He's got to go up from this. Oh, he does just in time. No, it doesn't. Waved off. Shot clock violation. Here come the Rams who Sunday Dutch. They trail by 9. A chance to lead the second on the table. Taylor Britt puts on the Jets. There's foul, so we'll go to the Rosine foul line to shoot 2.
I really like the play that the Rams are running at the moment. They're trying to clear out one side for Taylor Britt to get on his left hand and get to the, that strong dominant hand and get to the basket, which he loves to do. First time round, John Bohannon was there to try and block the shot. Second time round, he didn't bother, and Crawford just got caught with his hands in the cookie jar, picking up his 3rd foul, I think it was.
3rd foul for Robert Crawford. Britt misses his 2nd. Bohannon comes down with rebound number 8. Oh, Momasia leaves it behind. Sunday next is Taylor Britt to his left, but he goes up on his own. The dunk doesn't go down, though. Will he take 3 points instead? Well, Max Starling, back-to-back offensive boards, and now fouled. Well, that would have been a highlight we're seeing again.
Some of the play here would be wouldn't go amiss on a rugby field. Crusaders see Max Starling just grabbing an athletic rebound and then getting slapped from behind.
Big rugby game involving Canterbury tonight, of course, live on Sky Sport. Super Rugby final. There'll be a fair few heading straight from Cal Stadium home or to a bar to watch the beloved Crusaders. Second one doesn't drop for Max. 7-point game. Advantage Jets. With just under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Nejdawi. Bohannon. Momosia's 3 is good. Paif Momosia from beyond the arc. Probing. And the floater goes, and then he commits the foul.
Just looking at those last 2 possessions, the possession for the Jets, Momosia gets a wide open look at 3. He stands, he catches the ball, looks at the hoop and shoots it. Taylor Britt didn't even bother putting his hand up. And even if it's a late hand, the Rams still got to think about challenging every shot. Other end, Sunday Ditch, constantly under pressure and shooting over hands. That's the difference at the moment between both teams defensively.
Bohannon down low, Karina on him. Momosia, that time Britt does get a hand up, but it doesn't phase Paif. Back-to-back 3s for Paif Momosia.
Momosia proving me wrong, but probably feeling pretty comfortable after the first one went down.
Ditch, high arcing floater. Darling working hard, as is Karina. Eventually, it falls into the hands of Shane Temara. Lishdawi round the Temara screen. And the lane opened up for him. He took full advantage. Timeout Rams as the Jets extend their lead to 13.
Yeah, and the Rams have done a good job of working their way back into the game and just allowed a couple of easy baskets. There's a lot of noise coming from the Jets bench at the moment. They're feeling pretty good about things. Offensively, they're getting to their spots and knocking down shots and making it tough for the Rams defensively.
Certainly are, as Matu Tafale talks it over with his team. These two played earlier in the season, of course, in Palmerston North. And the Rams came away with the win 92-82. Not a full complement of imports that day, though, for the Jets. Success over the Rams over the past few years, Phil, the Jets, in otherwise not overly successful years. Well, I shouldn't say that, because 2020, of course, the showdown, they made the final. Beat the Rams twice on the way to the grand final, which went down to the Nuggets.
I'm a firm believer in teams always have a bogey team in the competition.
They split the series last year in 2021.
And I would suggest that the Giants have a similar issue with the Jets as well. In previous years, the Jets have always been a tough matchup for the Giants.
The Jets are a tough matchup for anyone in 2022. As Cooper puts up a three and gets it to go. They can't miss the Manawatu Jets.
At the moment, it looks like they're shooting into hula hoops.
Brett round a Karina screen into the lane with his preferred left hand. Karina does well to bat that away. Matt Moyer back into the game, fires it over to Taylor Brett, this time for three. Taylor Brett draws a bit of life out of this crowd.
Nice pass by Matt Moyer there to find Brett wide open on the three-point line.
Our first look at Matt Moyer in the flesh, and he is long. Lishdawi, good hand. Taylor Brett with the steal.
He definitely looks like a basketball player.
Brett, a fleet of Jets out of bounds, I think the call is. Lishdawi standing out of bounds when he got the ball.
And Taylor Brett driving into the trees there, he just disappeared. Couldn't see him for the trees at all.
Rams captain just asking a couple of questions. Clyde Salmon checks back into the game in the nick of time. Saying Lishdawi takes a seat. So Brett will get us back underway. The legal screen, Mike Karina. A real coach killer.
Yeah, tough one on Mike Karina there. You know, he's a big human being, Mike Karina. I don't really think he needs to move at all when he's setting a screen.
Oh, the last screen in the centre of the court from Tukaha Cooper.
And Mike Karina just...
Clyde Salmon for three. And just an uptick in physicality out there as well, Phil Jones.
Yeah, I think the referees are probably going to have to take care of a few things.
Moyer drops it off to Karina. He'll go to Elkin Bohannon. Up with his left hand. Walter Brown goes up and gets that board. And then shoots a three in front of his bench. Drains it.
Athletic play by Walter Brown, an offensive rebound.
We talked about it for a couple of years as Bohannon fires from deep three-point range.
It is a shootout right now.
John Bohannon just joining the Manawatu Jets three-point party. Brett down the lane, foul called. Cooper reaching into the jar. The Jets are shooting 57% from beyond the arc. In fact, that's about to increase, is it?
They haven't missed many in the second half, that's for sure.
They lead by 16. Cook Green back into the game for the Rams. Brett drops it off to Karina. Oh, Matt Moyer getting in there, fighting hard, getting the rebound. That's how to ingratiate yourself to the fans. Couldn't get the hook to go. And ends up fouling Bohannon.
Matt Moyer is bouncy.
A little bit of chat going on out there as well. Klein Salmon just welcoming the latest import to the league. And there's the foul just falling on John Bohannon. Just a little bit of interest between these two teams out there now as the Rams get increasingly frustrated.
A little bit of niggle at the moment, and
Taylor Brett commits a foul.
I think we might see a few calls from the referees just to try and slow a few things down. And
Temara shoots a three. He goes down, the basket won't count. The foul might be on Bohannon.
yeah, maybe on Moyer, is it?
No. It is on Moyer.
Picks up the foul.
A foul deemed to be before the shot. Of course, the shot went in.
That may be
because the Jets can't
foul.
miss right now. There's Matt Moyer's fourth foul as Max Darling prepares to come back into the game. So not the most welcoming of starts for Matt Moyer to the South NBL.
Yeah, tough for him. You know, he's picked up a couple of ticky-tack fouls that probably would, you know, not necessarily need to be called, but they are fouls, and unfortunately that sees him walking to the bench.
Bohannon gets his first to go, 18 points to go with his 9 boards. Second one rattles out. Karina, a bit of movement from the Rams. Ditch. Turnaround jumper. Gets it to go. Over to Kaha Cooper.
Tough finish by Ditch.
And here goes Cooper. Foul eventually called. A lot of contact between the two. It's called on Ditch. His third. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter.
A tough one on Ditch. You see him guarding the ball here. It's not a lot of contact. And possibly when the referee decided to call the foul, he wasn't fouling it, but he may have got a bit of contact earlier.
Cooper makes them both. And you get the feeling this young Jet side are reveling in ruining the Rams' night so far. Cook Green tunes his mind in the air and nutmegs his own teammate. That summed up the last quarter and a half from the Rams.
It does. You see Mashtawi coming in for John Bohannon. Well and rest. We haven't seen much of Robert Crawford in the second quarter.
On the bench with 3 fouls is Crawford. Temara. His last one was waved off. Why not? Shane Temara from 3. And that'll take the Jets above 60% from three-point land in this game. They're 13 for 21. Karina down low. We just get the feeling, Phil, that even when the Rams are making buckets, they're dealing in 2s and the Jets are dealing in 3s.
Yeah, they are. Every shot. Everyone's getting involved in the three-point competition right now.
Temara. Oh, why not Shane Temara again from 3? The Manawatu Jets.
The Jets have gone supersonic on us in the third quarter.
Cook Green the other way, looking to fire that. No, he turns it down. Finds Detch, who drives, spins. Oh, smart from Sunday Detch. He needed it to drop. It didn't. He will go to the Racine foul line to shoot 2.
And, you know, when you come up against a team that's feeling it like this, sometimes there's not much you can do. You know, you just have to ride the wave and hope that they start missing, because surely a team can't shoot like this for the whole game.
14 for 22 from three-point land, 63%. They've taken 10 more threes than the Rams. They've made 2 more threes than the Rams have taken. Detch makes both his from the line. And instantly turns into pressure mode and comes away with a steal and draws a foul.
Coach Flavel asking for an unsportsmanlike foul here. We see
it here on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay.
Good hands by Sunday Ditch. And
Flavel just asking if Tukaha Cooper went for the ball. Of course, the rules have been tightened in recent years that if you don't go for the ball, it can be deemed an unsportsmanlike. It's Robert Crawford. It's ready to check back into the game, Phil. Detch is back at the Racine line. $16 points for Sunday.
And he's been one of the bright lights for the Rams tonight, Sunday Ditch. He's been working his proverbial off the whole game defensively, and you know, offensively he's getting his numbers, he's getting his scores, but he's had to work very hard for everything.
Cooper takes the seat. Crawford back into the game. More pressure from the Rams. Crawford, corner, Klein Salmon. Oh, a miss. They get the rebound though, and Nashawi puts it back in. Smart work from Paifo Moisia.
And they finally miss one. They get the offensive rebound.
Oh, Detch somehow keeps possession. Steps into a 3 and down it goes. Sunday Detch putting the Rams on his back as he tries to claw them back into this game. Crawford, a deep 3. Cook Green and Kadena combined for the rebound. Darling. Oh, good hand from Crawford. But it will be Rams ball.
Crawford showing his long arms. Just reach around Max Darling and poke it away.
Cook Green round the large Kadena screen. Pulls up from the baseline. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Paifo Moisia and the Jets again. Three on the shot clock. Good hand from Detch. Klein Salmon's chasing him down. And Sunday Detch doesn't make a mistake this time. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Just a hint of a comeback from the Rams. Shot's going to have to go up from Temara. Just in time, but it won't go. So a third quarter that very much belonged to the Manawatu Jets, but a glimmer of hope for the Rams as they finished it strong, but they trail by 16, 78-62, back with the fourth quarter after the break.
Good effort. Make some noise. Yeah.
Welcome back to Cal Stadium. 1 quarter of action to go. The Jets in control in this one. 78-62 they lead on the road in Canterbury. Game 1 of their 2-game Te Waipunamu road trip. Head down to the deep south to take on the Southland Sharks in Invercargill tomorrow night. And we see Matt Moyer, the newest member of the Rams, out on the court. 4 fouls to his name.
The Jets will obviously be looking to get a win here tonight and head down south and be feeling pretty good about things heading back down into the deep south to play the Sharks.
Detch, aggressive drive to start and M1. Sunday Detch to the line for one more.
Just feel a little momentum.
We don't need to do it. We don't need to. All right? We don't need to.
So Sunday Detch at the line. Willing the Rams back into this game. He has 23 points.
Just get a hint of a momentum shift right now for the Rams.
25 points, I should say, for Sunday. And definitely a little bit more defensive energy from the Rams. Neshdawi and Moyer. All the referees just different calls from the referees. One was about to call the offensive, but a quick discussion overruled and became a defensive foul. So have a look at the replay here, the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Your assessment, Phil Jones.
Well, I think he was always searching for the contact, Moyer, and maybe exaggerated a bit of the contact, but I'm not sure that it was. I'm not sure it was a block. But obviously, 2 referees had 2 different angles of the play, and
the processes were followed.
Yep. And it was called a block. So that's the end of Moyer's first game.
Matt Moyer fouls out in his first game. No points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Zayn Neshdawi's at the line. Nothing going the way of the Rams, apart from whatever leaves this man's hand. Sunday Detch. 28 for Detch. He's a one-man band right now.
Well, he's putting the Rams on his shoulders right now and saying, let's go.
He's got 3 fouls to his name, so he might have to be careful with some of his aggressive. Oh, Sam Smith ties him up. Jump ball to call. It will remain as Jets' possession.
Yeah, good defense by Sam Smith there. Temara has probably about 2 inches on Sam Smith, maybe even more. He's quite a bit bigger. Sam Smith doing a really good job just holding his ground.
Here is that matchup. Najdawi drops into Bohannon. Oh, Karina bumps Bohannon, who bumps Darling, who hits the deck. Looks like Bohannon has copped one on his ear. Foul called on Karina for that bump there with his arm. Foul called on the floor.
This is a physical contest at the moment.
Third foul on Karina. Has to come in, does just in time to Shane Temara. Crawford goes back to get it. No look pass to Bohannon. It's a good one too, but he couldn't finish. Najdawi gets the rebound. Temara in rhythm. Why not Shane Temara? 22 for Shane Temara. Ditch the other way, hesitating. Gets the screen from Darling. Drops it off. Darling elevates. Bohannon meets him there, but there's a foul.
Temara is having a night from the three-point line, and he's just shooting daggers. Seems to be every time the Rams do something, 95% right, the other 5% is Shane Temara shooting a three-pointer and knocking it down.
See the foul here called on Najdawi.
Max Darling just showing his athletic ability there to hang in the air and take a little bit of contact. Gets himself to the Razim foul line.
Shane Temara is 6 for 8. We saw 6 three-pointers from Jared West last night for the Nelson Giants, and one of the individual performances of the season.
6 for 8 is not too bad. That will definitely help your team shoot over 60% from the three-point line.
8 for 12 from the field is Shane. Darling makes both his free throws. Crawford drops it off to Najdawi.
Sunday Ditch, another steal.
Heads it off to Sam Smith. Fundamental finish from Sam Smith. Timeout, Manawatu Jets. The Rams back to a 12-point deficit. 8 minutes to go.
I think the lead did get out to about 20 at one stage, so the Rams just managing to claw their way back into this one. They're doing it through Sunday Ditch and his ability to score the ball at the moment and just be disruptive defensively. See the replay here, and he just drops it off to Sam Smith. Finishes with the layup, but the Rams, they're not out of this one. They're trying their hardest to get back into the game.
The Jets led by 23. It's now a 12-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Here's a telling stat for you, Phil. 9 bench points from the Canterbury Rams, 32 for the Manawatu Jets. The entire roster has come to play on this road trip.
Yeah, and that's it's a tough team to guard when you have that many players stepping onto the court and they're all contributing, particularly on the offensive end. And the Jets have definitely done that so far tonight, and that's why they have the lead they have. Well, the Rams, I feel like the Rams have weathered a big part of the storm right now, and they're starting to create their own storm and starting to push back a little bit, and we could see another exciting finish. I think Robert Crawford just dropped the ball when...
and the Canterbury Rams bench got really excited. Mel O'Connor just telling them to calm down. A lot of pressure from the Rams to start after this timeout. The Jets do well to stay calm under the pressure. Crawford dropped into Bohannon. Shane Temara gets himself to a spot. Great defense though. Max Darling with a great hand.
And that almost went in as well. Yeah, Max Darling pretty much having to do everything bar foul Temara to put him off his shot.
Here's Bohannon. Crawford, quick first step down the lane. Finger roll, doesn't go off the back iron. Oh, Detch. A double dribble, and he knows it too.
And Robert Crawford misses point blank and gave the Rams a real good chance. Have another good look at an offense here.
Tukaha Cooper and Joe Cook Green resume the battle. Karina comes over like a brick wall. Bohannon. Nejdawi down the lane. And he's fouled, so he'll go to the Razine foul line to shoot 2.
And the Jets are doing a great job of handling the pressure. You know, they're not turning the ball over often at all. And yeah, it's making it tough for the Rams to stop them offensively.
Nejdawi misses his first. The second one bounces around and eventually drops. Jets with a chance to go to 3-6 and join the Wellington Saints. And Joker Green just tosses it out of bounds. A really feel weekend to try for the Jets to try and keep themselves alive. I'm not saying 2 losses would completely condemn them. We can't say that the way the league's going at the moment. But 2 wins will certainly keep them alive. Shane Temara, 2-handed throwdown, nice find from Cooper.
Yeah, the ladder's so congested. You know, any wind is precious at the moment for any team.
Robert Crawford doing a great job on Sunday. Detch giving a taste of his own medicine. The Detch goes around the Karina screen. The bank doesn't go. Cooper with a good rebound. Cooper has played some good minutes tonight for the Manawatu Jets. He's been out there on 4 fouls for a while. Another steal from Detch. Smith has Darling ahead of him. Little give and go. I think Smith thought Darling was going to elevate. But now Darling will head to the line to shoot 2.
Just looking at Max Darling, he's looking a little bit gassed out there. It's been a pretty frenetic pace up and down the court, and the Rams are expending a lot of energy defensively trying to get themselves back into the game.
And Momosia back out there for the Jets as Zayn Nejdawi makes his way to the bench.
I think we see Walter Brown just waiting to check in.
Probably for Max Darling.
Yeah. He does need Max Darling to make this free throw so he can get into the game.
Makes the second. And we'll head to the bench for Max Darling. All 5 Rams in the front court for this Jets inbound. They have to throw an emergency pass out to Bohannon, who goes and gets it. Oh, John Bohannon almost lost possession. And Mike Kalina out there actively working hard, hedging on screens, but foul called on Joe Cook Green.
Yeah, Mike Kalina is working very hard out there for a big guy. He's moving around really well. You just see here on the handoff, just stepping out a little bit too aggressive and hands on.
Back underway to Kaha Cooper. Crossing over Sam Smith down the lane. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a nice crossover at the top of the key there by Cooper and managing to get himself into the paint. one of the things you mentioned earlier, Hugh, was just about the Jets bench and what they've contributed to this game. And every single one of them has come in and done a good job of making it tough, both offensively and defensively for the Rams.
Cooper makes both his free throws. Joe Green chopping off to Karina. Bundles by handed out the way, but can't get it to go. The foul called though.
Mike Karina frustrated, just can't make
that. For the foul. Sorry, Phil. Kurt Green gets it into Sam Smith. Captained the Rams last year in Taylor Britt's absence. Kurt Green for three. Nothing. Walter Brown read it well. No look pass though. Picked off by Temara. There's Cooper finding Bohannon.
Walter Brown,
Ditch.
good defense.
He's got Karina ahead of him. Puts his head down, pins his ears back and finishes Sunday Ditch. Temara. It'll work. Walter Brown had handled the ball but committed a foul first.
Walter Brown is fighting hard down there in the block. Undersized against Temara.
Time out here from the Rams.
It's one of the things I noticed with the Rams, last couple of possessions offensively, apart from that last drive by Sunday Ditch. So taking some shots that are sort of not out of their offense, you know, and they look really forced and they're not getting the results they need. There's still quite a bit of time left in the game and they don't need to be chucking up Hail Marys right now. There's still, 5 minutes to go in the game, and we're on a 14-point lead by the Jets. There's plenty of time to get back in it.
The Jets are shooting at a better clip from three-point land than they are from two-point land. 57% to 56%.
Like you said earlier, when you're trading twos and threes, it's hard to keep a team at bay.
Sunday Ditch has 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 8 steals.
We've seen some serious individual performances this year from a number of players across the NZNBL, and this is just another one to add to that list.
He leads the Rams in almost every statistical category tonight. But he might need a little bit of help if they're to claw back this now 16-point deficit. Cook Green in among the big Jets. Bohannon with the rebound. His 10th, a double-double for John Bohannon. Thought seriously about the deep three.
Shapes up the shoot.
6 on the shot clock. Temara, baby hook. Doesn't go. Sam Smith gets the board and gets clattered on his head for his troubles. Just a first foul for Temara.
Let's send the Rams to the foul line.
Catches Smith on the back of the head. This is his second. Bohannon comes down with the ball. 8-second violation.
We put that down to another steal for Sunday Ditch.
Just a few mistakes creeping into the Jets game. We saw this in their first win of the season, Phil, when they beat the Bulls up in Franklin. They were almost their own worst enemies down the stretch. A couple of shot clock violations. They held on for the win there.
Well, sometimes when you go into protection mode and you're trying to protect your lead, that can be your worst enemy because you go negative offensively and it allows and then it becomes hard to score and allows the other team to get back into the game. I think the Jets just need to keep being aggressive offensively and keep taking their opportunities to score.
Oh, great play off the ball from Ditch. Great find from Carino, but the miss. And it will be Rams' ball.
Sunday Ditch was in two minds whether he should dunk that or just lay it up.
Robert Crawford breathing a sigh of relief as Jets left him in his dust with a beautiful off-the-ball move. Cook Green turning the corner. Jets for three. Big if it goes. Gets nothing. More pressure from the Rams. Under 4 minutes to go, 91-76. The Jets lead, looking for their third win of the season. Before they head to the Shark Tank tomorrow, Crawford hits the deck. Cooper going to work on Cook Green, who does brilliantly and comes away with the ball. Turnover though.
Tough one for the Rams. Great job defensively and
beautiful Temara.
John Bohammond is happy with that pass right now. Just put it on a dime to Temara and he finishes at the rim.
Just a whistle as the floor's cleaned up where Robert Crawford hit the deck on that last drive. This Jet side look like they have a lot of fun playing with each other, Phil.
Oh, they're playing a really nice style of basketball. You know, the tempo's up, they're shooting it well. It's always good when the ball's going through the hoop.
Walter Brown, quick first step down the lane. Patience rewarded with 2 points for Mike Carina. Good hand from Brown. And here he is up with two hands. Oh, he misses the dunk. No, he doesn't. Oh, the rim's not really helping their own team out tonight as we have a foul here.
They got Mike Carina in the front of the press for the Rams.
He thought it was his fifth foul, but it's actually his fourth. So he jogs back on almost comically. Walter Brown we've been talking about for a couple of years. Phil, Mick Downer, of course, who coached the Rams. You see Walter Steele there and his
cameraman's finding it hard to keep up. So are we. The game is up and down.
And Mick Downer spoke about Walter Brown in glowing terms when he was the head coach of the Rams, as Brown was coming up through the ranks, and obviously it's an expression shared by Judd Flavel.
Yeah, he's definitely shown us he has the ability to play at this level.
Cook Green just looking at the shovel pass. Crawford got a hand on it, but the Rams keep it. Smith, little push shot goes. Pressure, tipped out of bounds by Ditch. Time still on the Jet side. The score 2.
I'm very impressed with the Rams' fitness right now. They are just non-stop pressure on the Jets.
Here's Shane Temara, keeping the ball well above his head, out of the reach to Sam Smith. Bohannon, he might think about the three, he doesn't. Gets Carina to bite. Momoisia for three. Rattles in and out. but Hannon tries to sell a foul. Cook Green in transition. Front iron. Crawford with the board. Smith with the steal. You can't look away from this game. Great pass of Brown.
Beautiful pass by Walter Brown.
Just an issue with the clock here, halting the momentum of the game. Referee Melanie O'Connor just making sure that the score bench are all over it. 1:59 on the clock. So our graphics will update as we get back underway. Momosia. Bohannon. Spinning baseline. Quick hands from the Jets. Temara in his preferred position. Can't get it to go. Sam Smith does well. Times his jump to perfection. But the Jets will go again. Great pass from Bohannon. Cook Green does well to recover.
Yeah.
And it's
Great
Rams
job.
ball.
Great job by Joe Cook Green there. We have a timeout here by the Canterbury Rams. Talk about their next possession on offense is an important one for them. Yeah,
Slowly clawing their way back in. 11-point game, Phil.
They are, yeah. It's just, is there enough time? That's probably the question mark. And obviously they managed to get Temara to finally miss a three, and they couldn't come up with the offensive rebound. Sorry, the Jets came up with the offensive rebound. I just wasted another 14 seconds. The clock is not the Rams' friend at the moment.
28 points for for Shane Temara. 18 for John Bohannon and 14 for Zayn Najdawi. Sunday Detch has 30 for the Rams. Mike Kadina 12. Taylor Britt 11. You see Matua Maker on the left side of your screen there. Out for the season with a meniscus tear. Just as he was starting to really find his feet in this Rams side. More disruption.
Yeah, talking to Coach Flavel about that before the game, and he mentioned that Matua was a big loss for them because obviously he carries size, and that's something that the Rams do lack a little bit of when Mike Karina goes off the floor. They don't have that next big guy. Moya will add that to their roster, but Matua was definitely one of those big guys that they missed when he went down with injury.
Larry Austin Jr., the other import, who we'll see next week for the Rams. Been plying his trade in England for the former club of Para Cameron. Cook Green. Back to Kadina, who'll hand it off to Detch. Three over the outstretched arm of Bohannon. The Rams want a foul. Detch gets the ball back, but steps out of bounds. Well, the Rams adamant that Bohannon got a piece of Detch on that play. Oh, Sam Smith almost came away with that one. Crawford. Knows 5 seconds. Being closely guarded.
Yeah, you gotta actually look like you're gonna do something with the ball rather than just hold it there. And
the Jets aren't helping themselves here. Well, you run through the lists of ways to turn the ball over, and they're going through one by one. They still lead by 11, though. They need to stop this man, Detch, and that's one way to stop him. An emphatic block by John Bohannon. And Natu Tafale just wants to calm his team down, so a timeout. John Bohannon just letting everyone know that he can guard 1 through 5 as he makes his way off the court, just yelling 1 through 5, 1 through 5.
Oh, he did prove a point, I guess. He was guarding Sunday Ditch, who's playing 1 for the Rams.
clock very much the sixth man for the Jets here. Despite the slowest of comebacks from the Rams, they need another quarter really at this pace. They lead in the fourth quarter 22-17. And I'm sure Coach Taufale will just be saying, guys, let's just keep the ball, shall we?
Yeah.
You'd almost rather have a couple of 24-second violations that they had in Franklin just a week or so ago, as opposed to turning it over.
Well, that's right. It's just eating up clock. You know, they're going to end up getting two, maybe three possessions. But I think the Rams are probably going to look to start fouling shortly and, you know, hope that the Jets start missing free throws and try and get extra positions that way.
Cooper, Momosia. Crawford won't make the same mistake again, hands it off to Tukaha Cooper. Shot has to go up, 2 on the shot clock. Oh, well, Robert Crawford with a dagger.
And John Bohammond gives it the night-night time.
We saw Steph Curry with that just yesterday. Crawford almost with a steal. Jets goes to work, hands it off to Smith. Rams dealing in 2 still. Oh, what a Brown had to steal, but boots it out of bounds. Oh, the Manawatu Jets continue their fine mid-season form. And they'll head to the Shark Tank tomorrow full of confidence. Always easier, I imagine, Phil, when you have to play a game within 24 hours when you've come off with a win.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, they'll travel well, they'll recover tonight and travel and be ready for a big game tomorrow against the Sharks.
The Sharks team that are depleted, with Dom Kelmapoto on 3x3 duty with the Tall Blacks. Well, fitting that John Bohannon has the last say of this game, unless Joe Cook Green takes it away from him. A win for the Manawatu Jets. 3 in 4 games. 100-86. And the Jets have got plenty of fuel in the tank here at the midway point of the season. They'll be up there with the team that you do not want to play as they keep their playoff hopes alive.
Oh, should we say they are flying at the moment?
They are.
They have
They've
really
improved to 3 and 6. Well, they'll join their neighbours to the south, the Wellington Saints. With 3 and 6, with the Sharks dropping to the bottom of the ladder. So a big game tomorrow for Southland.
And these, you know, these wins are all wins that are against top of the table teams at the moment, and they are going to cause problems for, you know, teams who we look at head-to-head matchups and countbacks and things like that. That's all very important for the end results for the year and the ladder and what that looks like.
Just 3 minutes time on Sky Sport and on Prime. The Hawke's Bay Hawks take on the Taranaki Airs. The Sharks tomorrow against the Jets. That one at 5 o'clock. Before that one at 3 o'clock from the Stockyard in Pukekohe. The Franklin Bulls, bolstered by Corey Webster's introduction, will take on his old team and Leon Henry's old team as well, the Wellington Saints. So there's plenty of feeling in that one between the Bulls and the Saints at 3 o'clock. From here in Cal Stadium, another win for the Manawatu Jets. A loss to the Canterbury Rams, 100-86 from myself, Hugh Bain and Phil Jones. Do it all again, 4 minutes time, live from Hawke's Bay.